Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage at this time, from Press Play with Olivia Fahey.
Hello. How are we all doing today? Now, this happens every year. How are we all doing today? Thank you very much. As the voice of God said, I am Olivia Fahey, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the auditorium for our very special A Night of the Seven Kingdoms panel. Are you ready? Please welcome to the stage Sir Dublin Comic Peter Claffey and King Egon, Dexter son Ansell. How's it going, guys?
Great, it's great to be here.
Yeah, welcome to what I believe is your first kind of Comic-Con of this style appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a couple of promotion ones.
This is the first, signing.
Yeah, this is my first one at home in Ireland as well, so it's great.
Well, we are very, very happy you guys chose to be with us for your very first one, and you know, the reaction to the show has been absolutely incredible. Am I right, folks? How excited are you both to just see it now out into the wild? And I know that you're in the middle of filming season 2, but to see the reaction to the first one, you must be feeling pretty good now.
I mean, yeah. It was an amazing reaction because, of course, I didn't know how everyone, if they were going to like it or not, if it was going to be a hit or if people aren't going to like it, but it was a huge hit in my opinion. And I hope everyone loved it, and I'm just happy it got out there and showed everyone what me and Peter created.
I was a massive Game of Thrones fan, like the TV series, so when this audition process started and I read the book, I kind of speed read the first novella at the Hedge Night, just to kind of get it in my head through the audition process. But then when we got the roles, I went back and just really sort of absorbed it. And it's just such a great story. And then when we got to meet George, and he was like, this is probably his favourite story that he's written, when we committed to doing justice to that literature, I knew how massive Game of Thrones was. So I was like, there's a potential that this could go down very, very well, and I feel like it's gone down as well as it could have, and we're super proud, super proud.
Yeah, and I think it's quite interesting because you both kind of got into acting in very different ways. Because Dexter, both of your parents are kind of in the biz, shall we say? So was that was kind of like your first foothold into like getting to know what the business was kind of like? Is that what kind of encouraged you to want to act?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 4, I guess I randomly auditioned for Emmerdale, which is a soap opera, because there was a role for like a young kid, and my parents were like, "You want to audition?" I was like, "Yeah." Yeah.
I was still wearing nappies until I was 6. So it's ridiculous.
And then I did that, and on like my first week, I got told to go. Just like,
That's pretty damn good. And yeah, of course. And funny enough, it is a Six Nations time of year as well.
Yeah.
So is it weird for you, having gone from the rugby to acting, to being here like on a rugby weekend, shall we say?
I think so. I mean, I've enjoyed watching Six Nations, and a lot of my friends that I got to play 20s with, they've just come back from British and Irish Lions tours, and they're all on the squad, so it's so lovely to see them going out and playing every weekend. But I think I need to clarify, everybody's like, oh, you're a rugby player. I was quite a shit rugby player, towards the end.
That's £5 for the swearing.
Yeah, I was quite a bad rugby player towards the end. I was lucky enough to represent my country and stuff like that, but
the under-20s, wasn't it?
The under-20s and stuff,
They should get you a rugby card.
Yeah,
like on this pack. That was fun. I'd rip it and throw it in the bin.
He's gotten so cheeky since it's come out now, he just spends his days punching me and slagging me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, because actually, I love the dynamic that the two of you have developed, but through some clips that HBO were sharing, it kind of came across that you hadn't met before you actually started shooting, or until like you were already cast.
We
So is
met
that true?
on my last audition, and I think Peter's last audition. That was the first time we met, because I'd been through a load of dunks and he'd been through a load of eggs.
I actually hadn't been through a load of eggs, so I think they had egg and they were looking for the right dunk.
Well, so I did. I went through a lot of different dunks, and then I was with Peter, and I was like, right, if I'm going to get this job, I need him to get this job, because in my opinion, he was the best one. Well, second best.
Yeah, sure. No, but it was a lot of fun because Lucy Bevan casted the whole show, and she's so lovely, and her office and acting.
She's amazing.
Yeah, brilliant. And Emily was in there, and it's just put you at ease when you go in there to do chemistry reads or anything like that. But yeah, I remember meeting Dexter, and we were like polar opposite. He was just completely chill, confident, and I was ready to have a stroke. I was just so nervous all the time, but it just worked. It worked.
I may have looked that way, but I was quite
Rubbish, absolute rubbish.
Tell me a story about, was there an incident that involved vomiting in the production office?
Yes.
You guys heard the story yet? Well, some people haven't, some people haven't.
I went up, Ira Parker, our showrunner, and Owen Harris, our Block 1 director. I went up to meet them and do costume fittings and stuff like that when I got the role, and I was like, just in incredibly bad health from anxiety and nerves, and I went up and I was like sweating and trying to hold back like vomiting. This is disgusting, sorry, but I was like trying to hold back vomiting, talking to them in the room, and Ira was like delighted. He was like, "This is exactly how I want Don to be," you know, like so anxious, and went in to do the costume fitting, and I remember like looking at my watch in the middle of it, and they were so long, so they were trying to put everything on, armour and everything, and I remember looking at my watch, and I was like, my heart rate was like through the roof, so I was like, guys, do you think I might be able to just potentially finish this when I come back? And I went into the toilet and puked my ring up, and then I had to stop in Dublin on the way home and puke again in the bathroom in Tesco, so apologies to that Tesco. I don't know where, can't even remember where it was. I think it was Drogheda or something just before, so yeah. Oh, there's a Drogheda person there. Hey, up Drogheda!
Oh my goodness, you poor thing. But you know, seeing how the two of you have been interacting has been just so like wonderful, and actually like the Mario Kart rivalry is like sibling rivalry levels, which I absolutely love.
It's not even rivalry, like
It's alright.
everyone get that I'm the better player.
No, because they said, well, we'll put that to the test because apparently there's Mario Kart downstairs, so we'll have to get a video or something.
Definitely have to do that. But when I was asking people, it's like, oh, like, do you have any questions for the guys? And the one that came out the most was for yourself, Peter. Why Princess Peach?
It's because the steering wheel. It's because the steering wheel in the arcade, you know, it's hard to like pick the character and get it on. So it was Princess Peach. Yeah, that's why.
I'm a Yoshi girl myself.
Fair.
And Dexter, what's your character choice again?
Bowser.
Oh,
Donkey Kong.
Two very good choices, very good choices. And actually, Dexter, the most common question that I had for you was actually people were wondering, what was it more difficult doing, shaving your head for the first season or for the second season, because you'd literally just grown your hair back? And now you have to look at Peter's lovely long locks.
he had to grow it, I had to shave it off, but
You shave yours yourself now, don't you?
yeah, I shave it myself. I now have like an electric one rather than a wet shave, because I did wet shave the first season.
Oh, yeah.
To answer the question, probably the first time. But I was excited to do it. I mean, I was excited both times. I was more excited the second season because, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be brought back, and I'm glad it did. So shaving my head again was like, right, I'm getting back into this, and I just felt like I was home. But probably the first season was a bit scary because I didn't know if I was going to have like a really ugly shaped head.
It suits you though.
It looks good, and do you know what? Someone else who has had to shave their head for screen was Michael Rose's shaved head until he shaved it off for
He
the film.
pulled that off.
Oh, he did, yeah.
He was a great guy.
Yeah, because when I was going to shave my head, I was like, right, have I went to this with my parents, have I banged my head when I was a kid?
Just make sure there's no dent.
Just to make sure, because I didn't want to shave my hair off and then I just have like a massive lump. That would be awkward.
That would be bad.
Call me the cracked egg.
You heard it here first. For Peter, with the show itself, when you actually got to watch it all back, because of course there are certain sequences that like you're not in, or certain episodes that you're only in like a little bit, like episode 5 with Bamber playing the young version of Sir Dom.
Amazing.
He was brilliant. Was there anything when you were watching it back that surprised you? And then as a follow-on question, Dexter, were you allowed to watch the show?
You first.
By the time it came out, I was almost sick of it because I had watched it so much, and especially the episode 1 was almost like I found it quite slow because I had to put up with my stupid head for so long, and I was getting so self-conscious. But like the way the casting went, it's so amazing. Like you meet obviously Dexter, and there's that initial scene, and it goes down so well, and then obviously the flashbacks to Bamber getting slapped and all these different things. But then like what turned out to be my first day on set as well was with our very own Tom Vaughan Lawler playing Plumber, and like
Brilliantly.
it was like one of those moments where it's not only first day on set on the most nerve-wracking job of all time, but I'm now meeting my hero.
He was wetting himself.
I was full-on wetting myself. And then he turned out to just be, we all know him for playing the most awful, cruel villain in Irish TV.
King
Nidge, and he couldn't be more of the opposite. He couldn't be more of the polar opposite. He's just the loveliest person ever. But one thing I would say, without trying to spoil anything, there's a point in episode 6 that surprised me the most, and I think the best acting, the best performance out of the entire show was by this man here at a certain point towards the end of episode 6. It really floored me. I was very proud of him for that.
I think I know which scene you mean, and I have to agree, it was amazing. So, Dexter, so have you actually gotten to watch some of the show? Because there's certain scenes that, I don't think would be appropriate for your age group.
Have you seen my arse?
Too many times. Yeah, I've watched the whole show too many times. I've probably watched it about a billion, schmillion, gazillion, trillion, billion, schmillion. I could be here all day saying random numbers that I've just got in my head. But yes, I have watched it a lot of times, and Peter's amazing as well. Yeah.
No, you are both amazing. Like, fair dues to the casting team, they've really, I think, hit the nail on the head. And like, Dexter, you've really embraced Egg so much that you even dressed up as him recently for World Book Day.
Yeah.
What was the reaction to that?
We went to costume and we realised, because originally we didn't know if we were going to be at school or another week of filming, because scripts change all the time. So we were like, to the ADs, we said to Hannah, right, are we gonna be going back to school, or are we not? Should I buy all these clothes? Should I ask costume, or should I not? And then she was like, I've literally got no clue.
Did you bring the costume from Belfast over, or did you get for World Book Day?
I'll tell you.
Right, sorry.
I'll tell you the story. So I went to costume and I was like, is there possibly, like, it doesn't have to be from the first season, but is there any Squire-ish outfit I could wear? And they were like, we can cook something up for you. So then they whip up like the best costume which is the costume. That was an absolutely amazing costume. I loved it. And then I was like, but they did that on like the last day, so we didn't know if we were going to get the costume or not. Then we were like, every day we were like, right, when I walk into this trailer, please be a costume. And then I walked and I'm like, oh. Next day, walk in. Oh. Third day, walk in. And then final day, I just think there's going to be nothing, so I just walk in, and then I'm like, and there's just the best costume ever, sitting on the costume reel, whatever you call it, and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing costume. So we thanked the costume team, and then we finished the day of filming and head back to England. And then we went to school for the week, and we put the costume on, and then got some cheeky photos, and it was fun.
Oh, that's amazing. And one thing that I think has shown just how popular the show's been is that you guys have been memed quite a bit. And one that I thought was really funny for yourself, Peter, was how many people have been comparing Sir Duncan the Tall to Sir Kay from Sword in the Stone. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen that.
Oh my goodness, has anybody else seen this? Thank you, one person. Okay, well then I'm going to have to just show you the photo afterwards, but there's a character in the Sword of the Stone, Sir Kay, who's kind of the knight that young Arthur is squiring for, and people have been saying that him and Sir Duncan have a very similar look, and actually when you put the helmet on, it's nearly the exact same style of helmet that he has on in the animation as well.
Maybe that's where it came from.
My favourite meme is if anyone knows, this is a bit of a quiz, in the 6th episode, in the battle, just before they start the battle, does anyone know what meme he says?
Oh, 6'7", is it?
He goes, we will fight you 6'7", and I'm just standing there like.
If I hear 6'7" one more time, I swear to God.
Oh, I thought you were going to mention his lovely singing of the Backstreet Boys.
Ah, yeah.
Everybody else seen that one?
Yeah.
Backstreet back.
What brought that on? Or do you remember? Because you didn't seem to remember doing it.
Waiting for the sun to pass, because there was so much cloud, and then one of the days the sun actually came out, which is just like today. It's like, oh my God, is this actually happening in Ireland? But we were waiting for the sun to pass, and I robbed the microphone off the second AD and just started singing to the extras, because in fairness to those extras as well, they were the best.
Amazing.
There's a lot of them here today as well, working with us, or working with Comic Con, and a couple of people that came here today, and it was good to chat to them about the whole battle sequence and everything. But they were the life and soul of it, never complained, just stood out in the rain all night, all those things, and yeah, they were brilliant. So just having a bit of crack with them as well.
I love that. And you also have quite a fun dance sequence with Daniel Ings, who plays Lionel Baratheon, who, by the way, if anyone has seen The Gentleman on Netflix, the Guy Ritchie series, Daniel just seems to have a thing for wearing some sort of animal-style costume and doing a ridiculous dance, because he's dressed up as a chicken in The Gentleman, and he's got the stag horns in The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But that dance sequence, it just looked like it was absolutely gas crack.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was hard though too, because it was boiling hot in the studio doing it, and we were sitting beside fans and everything in between it. But yeah, no, it was good fun. It was a lot of fun, and it came out really well. So yeah, and there might be a potential other dance scene in season 2 as well, but very different. I'm gonna get murdered for that.
I didn't even know about this, by the way. I'm like.
You'll just be there cheering from the sidelines, being like, go on, don't step on anyone's toes. Well, actually, before we move on to opening up to the floor, there is something that you want to clarify.
Go on.
And that is the Henry Cavill of it all.
Henry Cavill thing.
What happened?
You begin, okay?
Right. So, God. So when we were it was New York.
Yeah.
We were in New York, and Ira was talking about I still don't believe.
Someone auditioned for.
Not auditioned. I think they were in talks with him. This guy is way too handsome, way too charismatic, and I'm much happier that he's doing something different. But I was like, hey man, you, and I was like, yeah, I'm done because I'm a tall and stupid idiot, not him. But Dexter mixed up those two people, and he thought that it was Henry Cavill that I had beaten to play Dunk, which would never happen anyway. So that's what he was saying in New York, and everybody then just assumed that Henry Cavill was going to be in season 2.
But anyway,
yeah.
Henry Cavill is not in the second season.
But I do hope, I've seen all those, I do hope they do the Aegon the Conqueror film with HBO, and he would be amazing in that, so hopefully he does that. I have no inside track, I don't know what it is, but I would pay a lot of money to see that.
That would be great. So look folks, while you stand up, we've got some mics here, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. I just have one question that my husband has asked me to ask Peter, so while you all queue up, I'm just going to ask it very quickly. So my husband is also 6'5", and he greatly enjoyed seeing you bash your head off things because it made him feel better about whatever he hits his head. But because Sir Dunk is like known for being so tall, are people surprised to see you in person that you are actually that tall and there's no camera trickery really involved?
Yeah, I think they probably helped out with casting a lot of small people, because Dunk, in fairness to the book, is supposed to be a little bit taller, but they were interested in finding Dunk the person, I suppose, rather than somebody tall enough to play it. But yeah, I remember Tamsin, when we were in Berlin, she was like, it's great to get cast in something like this, where I'm usually too tall to play a leading lady or a lady in any show. And I didn't really think of that, so it's cool for tall people, I suppose, to be the centre of attention.
Definitely, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, loads of people. All right, we're going to start this side over here.
Hey.
Can we get this mic turned on at the front left from your perspective? There we go.
It's on now.
Yeah.
Hi Peter, hi Dexter, welcome to Dublin. I know that George gave the visages on set. I was just wondering, did he give you any advice to play the characters?
Nothing really, to be honest. He kind of left us to our own devices. He said something that you...
He said I looked exactly like I jumped out of the book.
Which is great.
I may have actually been written in. That's why I did actually jump out of the book, by the way.
Yeah. He was really lovely, and I think we had built a full Ashford meadow, and he was just so overwhelmed with seeing how good everybody looked, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he's quite involved in the casting process too, so he probably got to see what was going on all the way through and whether it was the right fit and stuff like that. So he seemed to be all good. But he did give Ira, our showrunner, advice. You close your ears for this bit, will you? Close your ears.
Close your ears.
So to say for a swear word.
I'm gonna close my ears, but if he does swear, that's like £10 in my swear.
Okay. No, he was like, this is my favourite story I've ever written, so don't fuck it up. So that was great advice for Ira. Yeah. But
All right.
Great.
You're good, Dex.
Cheers, thank you.
I didn't curse.
Thanks very much. Over here.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, sorry.
I was wondering, for the big battle scene, was there much prosthetics or makeup involved to give you that gigantic eye?
Yeah.
And like, how long were you like in getting all that done for?
Yeah, my makeup artist Anna Knight, it's just I wouldn't have been able to do the whole job without her at all, because there was obviously in that episode 5 and 6 there's so much makeup and prosthetics for the injuries and the wounds and stuff, and that was about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the chair to do the episode 5 one, but it came out amazing. She did such a brilliant job, and the people that created all the prosthetics, and Pippa Woods was our HOD, she was brilliant. Her whole team was amazing, but Anna was the one doing that stuff in the chair every morning. And yeah, it got tiring as well. It's like, it's kind of stupid to complain. I think it's stupid to complain about it, but because it's such an honour. But yeah, like and we talked about. They were like, we're gonna put it on your right eye, as if you get stabbed in the right eye. And I was like, there's a bit of a problem with that because I've got such bad eyesight that if we cover this right eye, I probably won't be able to see at all. So we switched it to the left, and yeah, no, there was a lot of prosthetics, there was a lot of blood, sugar blood that was all over us, and then there was a
freaked me out that day.
Yeah, he did get freaked out that day.
I didn't see him with the prosthetics, so when I was in the scene, he was like acting so half dead, and I was just sat there opposite him, like.
I remember that. Jesus, traumatizing 9-year-olds.
I was 9.
HBO.
What have you done?
But yeah, no, there was sugar blood everywhere, and then there was a wasp infestation. Oh my god! Like somebody told me that the bit where his head hits the ground and he looks like he's dead is like they had to VFX just 3 or 4 wasps off my face. It was
the wasp was.
It was insane.
One of the scenes, he had to. When we're watching all the tourneys, someone like offers him this drink, and it's obviously meant to be like alcohol or whatever, and he just swigs it, but it's vinegar. So he just goes like this, and he goes.
And then they were trying to get him out.
And then there were about like a swarm of wasps that come up to him and then try and get inside his mouth, and he's like, and I'm like.
Hollywood.
The glamour
Glitz and
of
glam of Hollywood in Northern Ireland.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to go down to the back over here.
Hi, this is a question for both of you. So, thus far, what is your favourite aspect of your character?
Favourite aspect of the character?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you describe it to me? So I'm not sure aspect.
Like his characteristic, like, you know, do you know that?
What part of like his personality?
Like, is he brave? Is
This is why I'm an actor.
nice? Is he brave? Is he nice? Is he?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think I get it. He is. You go first.
Okay. I love that Dunk is really good with animals. I love that so much, and I love how they wrote that into it, talking to his horses and talking to dogs, or like, I don't know. I just thought that was such a kind of nice quality. And when you take two people at face value, you get, and especially there's a quote that you say that your father says that horses are stupid and stuff, and you're like, but I don't think that's true. And I feel like that's a very Maker Targaryen thing to say, whereas Dunk is like quite, you know, the goodness comes out in him in how he treats animals, which is quite nice.
I love his cheekiness.
Yeah.
Is that aspect?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah. I love his cheekiness. Like when he's in the scene with Ansell, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's priceless. And then he's like, and does that smile.
It's great.
Yeah. And also, like, you haven't got dogs. That's a very cheeky
yeah.
chappy kind of thing.
And then I go woof back to him. And then.
Yeah. For sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're going to go down to the back over here.
Right, so this is a question for both of you, but mainly Egg. What do you think you make of Sir Arlen Pennytree?
Mainly for Egg, just because of how Dunk describes him.
Well, mainly because I'm curious what Egg would make of him, because Dunk
Yeah.
Sir Arlen.
What does Egg make of Sir Arlen of Pennytree? You know, the way he's always going around like, was he a crap knight? Why does nobody remember him and stuff?
Yeah, I don't think he even imagines him. I think he thinks he's just lying, honestly. Because he's just saying all this malarkey about him.
There's not, yeah, fair.
Yeah, I probably thinks he is a knight. Yeah.
I think for Dunk, it's like there's a lot of questioning of him like through the journey of that first season, through the journey of the Hedge Knight, because he meets all these knights that he's heard about, and he's always thought were great knights and stuff.
A tiny, stupid nincompoop.
Nincompoop, there you go.
That's what I think of him.
Yeah, but I think because he sort of built his whole characteristic or his whole personality on the values that Sir Ireland taught him, and I think they get questioned massively, and there's a sort of a huge challenge to Dunk's mentality, but I think Sir Ireland's values shine through towards the end, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right back to the front over here.
My question is for both of you, and what was the most challenging scene that you had to perform?
I guess it's not challenging, but the tug of war scene that's not the most challenging, but that was the most fun. Anyway, the most challenging, like Peter was saying, episode 6, in Arian's bedroom, there you go. It's the most challenging.
Was it?
Sarah was absolutely amazing.
That's Sarah Dina Smith, that was our
The director, yeah. She was amazing. Anyway, that scene was definitely the most challenging, and it was so hard to pull off that emotion, because I had never done that emotion before. That was the first time I did it, and it wasn't half bad.
No, it wasn't half bad. There's lots of scenes that were difficult.
Probably dancing scene.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of fun though as well, and then the cast got really, really close, and then it got to a point where like you do little scenes with Daniel Ings or Sean Thomas or Henry, any of the boys, especially Edward Ashley that played Stephen Foster, and I found it incredibly hard not to laugh a lot of the times, because you just find them out to be such funny people. What was the fart, was it? No.
No. Okay.
Go on.
So, the Targaryens are coming through. Dunk doesn't know what the Targaryens are, and he knows what the Targaryens are, but he doesn't know what the flags are. And then there was that guy who said a very naughty word.
He was brilliant.
And it made Peter laugh. When I'm not on shot, I have to tutor. I was tutoring for the whole day. And that was one shot, one singular shot, and that took hours.
That was
It was hilarious. And he was like, "Can't you see the banners? You must."
Yeah. The "see you next Tuesday" word. And it was just the way he said it. He was so brilliant, but it got to the point where he thought that he was doing something wrong. And I was like, "Oh, you're doing great." And I kept apologising because there was about 800 extras had to be reset every time, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is terrifying." But yeah, I had the same problem in school as well, and it hasn't stopped.
That's always the difficult thing when you break. Then it's just like you have to try and get it out of your system, like.
That word.
No laughing in school.
Thank you very much. We're going over here.
So the show has incredible costuming across all the characters. I really like Lionel Baratheon's costuming, so I was wondering what, across all of the costumes in the show, what was your favourite costume?
Lionel Baratheon, as you were saying, his armour is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was the coolest outfit. Or
there's a very Ansell wears a lot of really cool things in the puppet shows, which is quite cool. But there's something really cool about seeing Egg, as you know him the whole way through, in his raggedy clothes, and then when he's strutting in the jail cell scene, when he struts in the Targaryen sort of double. That's amazing. But I'm going to have to be selfish and say it's probably
swag. That's Laura, I don't know what it is.
But
is that Patrick?
That is Patrick's
Who lives in a
That's Patrick Star, I'll see you.
You must be melting in that.
Patrick Star is the fan of
That's
the show.
when I see people on these all these outfits, especially like the big cardboard ones, they must be boiling. Like to everyone else, they have to be like, oh, but actually inside they're probably like half dead. They're probably in the Battle of the Seven, to be honest.
But to finish your question, I'd be selfish and say it's the Dunk's armour, because it's from the graphic novel that it was quite close to that, so I thought that was so cool, for sure.
Thank you very much. We're going back down over here.
Grab us a few Krabby Patties, and then...
And also, good luck trying to sit down. We had a Pikachu in an inflatable costume before, and trying to sit down was comical.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is inflatable. Oh, okay, yep, good luck. Alright, sorry, back to your question.
Hi guys. Peter, making it so epically into the industry from Ireland, which first off, congratulations. Second, for people trying to make it in the industry in and around Ireland, do you have any recommendations, thoughts, advice?
Lock in.
The thing, we had somebody come in and talk to us. I trained in Bow Street in the Screen Acting School in Dublin, and it was brilliant. It was one of the best years of my life. I do think training is important, especially the thing about Bow Street was getting both in front of the camera and behind the camera, which was amazing. It gives you an appreciation of everything that goes into it and all the different jobs on set. But there is an aspect of showcases and show reels that get you on the radar of different things with agencies and stuff like that, and it's very, very, very difficult to navigate the industry without a good agent. I've been incredibly lucky to have the agents that I've had. But I do think that somebody came into us in Bow Street and was like, he was talking about making his first short film that did really well, and he talked about working all summer to be able to hire out the camera, the sound equipment, all these different things, and being in debt to the place and the editing that had to be done and everything like that. And he was like, all of you can make a short film with what's in your pocket, like 100%. And I think any actor, obviously, some people get scared about writing things. I started out by writing sketch comedy and posting them on social media and stuff like that. And I think some people get frightened about those things, but like the power with the devices that we're equipped with now is just limitless to display what you can do. And I think to be an actor, and especially in Ireland, to wait around for the right moment, it's just a waste of time. You need to be making something yourself, definitely. And anyone could go out there and make sketches, meet people, make a short film, and give it a shot. Exactly.
I wrote a film, and then I filmed it, edited it.
Yeah, don't sit and wait for
any job,
for people to come and tell you you've got a job. Go out and make something for yourself, definitely.
And then it starts from there, and then you just carry on doing things, and hopefully you get a good agent, and then you go from there, and then you audition for things, and just hope for the best, and then just.
And any screenwriter that I've met working has been like, everyone can write. Do you know, people get afraid of writing stuff or filming things. The ways that these people get into these jobs is just crazy anyway. So, you know, you don't have to be William Shakespeare to be able to write anything. So, yeah, just get cracking on your own. Use your phone, get a tripod for nothing, and make some scenes. And watch loads of films as well. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to the back over here.
My question is for both of you. What's your favourite line in the show that you said?
It's probably the monologue at the end of 4, because that was a big part of the audition process, so that was quite a nerve-wracking time to see that coming 3 weeks down the line, 2 weeks down the line, 1 week down the line. So when we got that done, that was my favourite, and I think I think it did a decent-ish job of it, so hopefully, yeah, that'll
More
be
than
right there. Thank you.
Patrick gave up on the chair.
Patrick.
No, you can't see. Literally lying in the
He's
downstairs in the
lying
aisle.
I was watching him the whole time trying to get on that chair, and he was just laying like that on the chair. And it was like,
Does Patrick want to come up on stage with us, maybe?
Come and sit. We're gonna go back over here. We're gonna try and get through as many as we can. We've got about 10 minutes left.
My question is for Peter. If you could play any character in Game of Thrones, who would it be? And why?
I'm assuming aside from Sir Duncan.
Yeah.
Ramsay Bolton. Definitely.
A very, very bad guy.
But the thing is, though...
it's pizza.
No, but the thing is, though, is like, not after, like, it wouldn't be like a remake thing, because nobody did a good... nobody could do a better job than... I'm not going to pronounce it wrong, the Welsh actor, Iwan Rheon.
Yeah.
He was incredible, but it'd be cool to play a bad guy now, like, for sure, definitely. Absolutely. Or one of the dragons. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Over here.
Howdy, my lords. I was just wondering, one of my favorite things since the show has come out has been watching the edits people have made of you guys in, like, you know, different with different songs behind them. And my friend who's here with me, who I forced to watch the show with me, got really annoyed with the amount I was sending him. But I was wondering if you could choose a song that you think would really suit your characters in, like, an edit. What do you think would be, like, you know, the song that most represents you guys, either as a duo or individually?
He's got one crying.
So there's two. So there's one, they're both at the end in the battle scene when Peter gets up and everyone thinks he's dead, but he gets up. So it's rather the Rocky theme tune, Eye of the Tiger, or it's I'm still standing there and did feel like a true survivor, not like a little kid. I'm going to rap That wasn't even my own echo.
No, I've seen some of those edits. I'm trying not to watch as much of the stuff as well because it's overwhelming. But there was like an unreal sort of trailer made, and the winner takes it all by ABBA was in it, and I was like, this is so cool to watch. I don't know though, song wise. I think there's something like. There's a song called I'm On My Way by the Proclaimers, and I feel like that suits Stunt massively for sure.
My whole year 6 group chat is just filled with GIFs. Do you know, on WhatsApp when you go to GIFs, it's just GIFs of like me going woof and just sitting on the table, and I'm like, chill with the glaze.
That's probably it. Thank you.
Thank you. I would have done You Can Call Me Al.
Yeah.
Is it Simon? Paul Simon?
Yeah.
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 So I would have done for you guys. Where are we? 1, 2. Back over this side. There we go.
Hi guys. So I travelled from Galway today.
Where from Galway?
Yeah.
You? Whereabouts?
Mike Cullen.
Oh, not so bad.
I was wondering, Peter, if you were taking Dexter around Galway, maybe where would you take him to go? And what's your favourite pub in Galway?
Where would you start? Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Probably taking down to Salt Hill as well, be class, see Black Rock and all the...
I've been to Black Rock.
No, but that's Black Rock in Dublin. This is the better Black Rock. Probably should take him out to see Connemara as well.
To the arcade. I've been with Mario.
The arcade. But out to Connemara around Mount Cross and stuff was just incredible as well. And I hope it's never touched by industry and stuff. It's amazing. Favourite pub? I'm going to get in trouble for this. I've had too many good nights and too many pubs in Galway. Probably the Doll in Galway City. Love that place. Up there. Yeah. Not the building in Dublin. The bar. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Going down the back over here.
I have a question for Peter.
Yep.
So you take quite a lot scene. So what was that like filming it? How long did it take? That kind of thing.
It was.
It took like weeks.
But the thing is that, and I want to make clear, is that we were so tight on schedule that we had to go in and finish all the interior stuff in the studio. So everything with the helmet on, apart from the close-up bits, was my brilliant stuntman Julia. I had prepped to do everything.
And then with Finn
was Handsome Zach, we call him.
We call him Handsome Zach.
Yeah.
And there's a Snapchat filter that looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
And the other day I came up to him and I was like, it's you,
Yeah. Finn was like, I hope to God the helmet doesn't come off Handsome Zach or I'm going to get recast. But what's it called? Those two lads put themselves through misery. And then obviously as soon as the helmet comes off, it was all there. But it was a good week of shooting, and it was miserable, especially with the weather and the wasp infestations we talked about, and all the muck and stuff, and the armour was really heavy and all that. But I mean, when I say miserable, I mean like physically miserable. It was epic to shoot, and there's a couple of those things where you're looking back and you're like, God, when you get to the end of the day, you're like, how the hell did I get through it? But all that stunt team on the second unit were doing the night joust and a lot of the initial parts of the Trial of the Seven for weeks, and how they got through that. They really, made that battle look the way it was. But planning with the timing this time round, I'm going to be in every single bit of it, give Julia a rest. So yeah.
Amazing, thank you.
Let's do speedy questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably only got time for 2, but if they're very quick ones, we'll try and squeeze in a few more. So we're going to the front here.
Hell yeah. Quick question for you. Within the realm of House of the Dragon, which Targaryen do you feel Egg embodies the most?
Ooh. Who does Matt Smith play?
Oh, Daemon.
It's probably Daemon.
Daemon, next question.
Yeah, it's probably Daemon, I'd say, wouldn't it be? Yeah. He hasn't seen House of the Dragon.
Right on.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers. Jump in the green sphere here.
Have you seen the TikTok thing where they're actually analysing the tourney as an actual sports event?
I haven't seen that. They're analysing.
It's a thing where they're like actually doing it like it's a.
Like there's commentary and stuff.
Commentary, and they're going through post-match analysis.
No, I have to see that. Did you get it on YouTube and stuff?
TikTok, YouTube, yeah, pretty much.
Don't have TikTok, but
We're watching that one.
that is hilarious.
That is an actual.
Oh, here comes Raymond Fossaway coming up the right. Oh my God.
There's an actual thing like Raymond Fossaway MVP, so.
He is the MVP of that.
I can't believe, he went through, he just got knighted, and then he just barely got scratched.
Yeah, fighting against the whole Kingsguard and everything, yeah. I have to see that, I will.
I think everyone's going to be Googling that later. Thank you very much. Over here.
Sorry guys, I'll try to talk fast here.
In
Season 1 we got a lot of show-ready scenes like the ones with Lionel Baratheon and the expansion on Doug's backstory that weren't in the novel originally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really elevated the series. Do you think we can, without spoiling, look forward to more of those in Season 2?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but there will be a nice little bit of lore that stands outside of the novellas that will be explored. That I'm really looking forward to showing everybody for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Down the back over here.
Hi guys, I hope you're enjoying the weekend. I hope you're having a great Comic Con. Just want to ask, did you ever get a chance to visit a Viking reenactment? Or the of the Viking reenactment fighters ever advise you about the fighting scenes?
No, but I know that the two lads have been out the back kicking the shite out of each other in armour all day. I'm dying to see that.
That's £15, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
You'll love them.
Yeah,
I'm watching that.
we have to watch that. I might enter one of those.
Oh, you should. That'd be great.
That would be so good.
Actually, you know what? Everyone would probably go, oh my God, it's so dumb. Alright, back to the front here real quick.
Hi again, guys. My question is, obviously Dunk and Egg have a wonderful dynamic, but what are the characters for you? For example, what do you think Dexter that Egg has a good relationship with, or like an interesting relationship with? And similar to for you, Peter, what do you think? Apart from Egg, who does Dunk have a really cool dynamic with?
What other characters does Egg have a good relationship with?
That you like?
Darren kind of get on, even though he thinks he's a drunk idiot.
I reckon back at home with Egg, I reckon he'd be, I mean, I'm not sure, but I reckon he'd be friends with Eamon. Like, he's not in it, but...
Yeah. Because Eamon even talks about reminiscent of Egg when he's on his deathbed in Castle Black. Yeah.
It's alright. My brother's, nah. I mean, my other brother, Eamon's okay. And then my two sisters are a bit weird.
I think Egg and Ansell get on quite well when they meet each other a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
A bit awkward. With you in the room.
Yeah, sure. I think Duncan and Bryn Fossway and Lionel Baratheon, the two, like, most unlikely friendships
Egg's
ever.
scared of Lionel.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Your boy found me. The little old boy, yeah. So funny.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, this is going to have to be our last question, so...
Sorry.
I was trying to be quick here, but did you guys know that when you look up the Night of the Seven Kingdoms on Google, it says, "Sir, do you mean the Night of the Nine Kingdoms?"
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Really?
That's rectified now. Do you still remember how many kingdoms there are?
Groundlands, Westlands, Stormlands, Riverlands, the Islands, the North, the Reach, the Vale of Arryn and Dawn. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Well, look, for people who can't wait to see these two back on screen, you have a movie. Is it out already? 500 Miles?
It's not out yet, but it will be,
May.
few weeks.
Oh,
It actually-
my girlfriend's here.
It premiered actually at the Dublin International Film
Thank
Festival.
God, I was just going to say that I used to have a crush on Maisie Williams, and I didn't. Oh, now I've said it.
He does, he still
Maisie Williams is in the movie with
He
him.
is indeed
Yeah.
another Game of Thrones connection. And Bill Nye, yeah, because they had the premiere actually here in Dublin last week, so yeah.
Arya
I
Stark
was
and
filming,
Nick.
so I couldn't go, but my dad went.
I also want to plug as well, I did a movie the same time he was doing it with Michelle Farley.
Yes. I was going to say, it's an
Lady
Irish
Catherine Starr.
comedy, Christmas heist movie
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, directed by Dallin Shodlin, my good friend. It's his directorial debut, so I'm looking forward for that to come out.
Yeah, so that hopefully will be out at Christmas time, because if it's set at Christmas, you'd imagine it'll be out
I'd
in like
imagine
November,
so.
December time.
Yeah, I think
500 Miles will be out at the cinemas in a few weeks, so
Right.
Yep.
go book that.
So we'll be able to see them on the screen once again very soon, but to send us off, Peter, can you do your Stewie Griffin impersonation for us, please?
How did this become a...
Brian, where the grab crackers, Brian? Lewis is the fat man.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's brilliant!